Hi everybody, my name is Matt. I am 29 years old and I've been suffering with a mental illness for probably the vast majority of my adult life. I'm starting this page because I know, like, I know what it's like to feel, I guess, all the things that go along with having a mental illness. So, like, having the worry about the shame, how people will view you, how you view yourself, the negative connotation that's placed around mental illness, the lack of knowledge around mental illness, the narrow-mindedness of people because of probably the lack of education that there is in and around mental illness as a whole. And I just want to just create like normal conversation and build a platform where we can just talk about mental illness like you would any kind of physical illness, you know, like you would never want to hide or never feel the need to hide, a broken arm or a cold, because people understand, you know, a broken arm and a cold, but people don't understand borderline personality disorder, which is what I deal with. It's something that's relatively just not spoken about. And you know, I suffer alongside that anxiety, depression, low mood, rage, and these are just some of the things that I personally deal with on a daily basis, and I have done for many years. And I want to talk about things that people shy away from talking about, but people, you know, really feel, probably more people than you realize feel. Like, I've dealt with suicidal thoughts. I've attempted taking my life, and I'm now lucky that I'm here to be able to make a change in my life and how I view my mental health, and also B, to be able to put that out to everybody else, to hopefully encourage, like I said, the normalization of conversation around mental health, and how important it is for us all to be a little bit more understanding and a little kinder around these subjects, because it's real life. Like, to me, it's real life. To me, it's a daily process that I deal with, and I know I'm not alone in that. And I think it's important for people to feel not alone, because, as I've said before, like, there are probably more people out there that feel how you do, or have felt how you do, or could potentially feel how you do at some point in their life. And the more we talk about it, the more recognition it's going to get, the more work that's going to go into a better understanding and a more empathetic just generation of people. Like, I'm 29, I've got 2 kids, and I believe in being very open and very honest and very transparent about my mental health, so that in turn we're going to create a generation of adults when they grow that are going to be less narrow-minded than potentially maybe our parents were, a little bit more informed than potentially our parents were, which is going to in turn break the stigma and create a happier, healthier outlook on what is the silent illnesses. So I'm coming to you with this page. I had a page beforehand that I took down because I felt I was losing the message to the aesthetic and the saturatedness of Instagram. So I want to kind of just strip it back and bring a more raw feel to it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to just engaging with like-minded people that are just as incredible as I need to feel that I am, even though most of the days my head will tell me otherwise. The most important thing to know is that you're not alone, and that there are avenues of help that you can take, and the more we talk about it, the more understanding people are going to get. So I'm going to start posting on this daily. This is just the introduction to the page. Sorry for waffling, but I guess it's, talking to a camera is kind of weird, and potentially just putting it out there. I'm not ashamed to talk about it at all. I want to just be able to like just create the normalness, like the way that we would talk about the most silly of things, the most like conversations that you would have with everybody and anybody without worrying about judgment or feeling exposed. And I want to show that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. There's absolutely no weakness at all. It's actually much harder to be able to put something out there, be transparent with something, than it is to conceal it. And I know that because I masked who I was for the best part of my adult life until 2016, and I realized I just couldn't go on living this false identity I'd created myself through not dealing with my own insecurities and my own mental well-being, and not accepting that my mental illness is a part of me. And that's the key thing, is it's a part of you, not all of you. And you're much more than a diagnosis, and you are amazing just as you are, regardless of the negative taboo that still is and around mental illness. We are amazing human beings, and we have the ability to take control of ourselves, and the ability to inspire and encourage other people to be open and transparent and just accepting of themselves and other people into their lives that do suffer with mental illness. So again, sorry for the past 7 minutes of waffling. Welcome to the page. I will be posting daily videos and some pictures with some writing, and I hope I can inspire or touch some people's heartstrings, and just I want to make a difference, no matter how small. I want to do my part, because I know what it's like to feel alone and to feel like you have to suffer in silence. And I've realized in the last 3 years that the louder I speak, the better I feel, the more and how much more I'm able to do, and how better I am within myself. So yeah, welcome to the page.